Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Good evening, good evening. Prez, what's going on? Welcome into Sports Chat with Mr. 33. I am he, Mr. 33. And after an exciting Commander, what up, nah? And after an exciting weekend of sports and entertainment, whether it was, the WWE Royal Rumble, the alarming updates and trades of in the NBA, we had a good weekend. The boxing matches, both men and women. But y'all know what tonight is. Tonight is Monday. So as always, we're gonna always recap Monday Night Raw, even when it's on Netflix. Be there, right? So let's start with that, right? We started the night off with Jey Uso coming to the ring, still celebrating off of that unexpected and exciting win that he gained in the Royal Rumble for the men. You know, like I said, congratulations to him. But we know one thing for certain, two things for sure. If only a pure Jey Uso fan picked him to win the Royal Rumble, because that was not seen, right? So he comes down there, he starts talking. He do what he do, tell everybody, I appreciate everybody showing up, coming through, whatever. Gunther come out there, and Gunther try to clown him. Gunther straight try to clown him. But he talking about, there's no need to fight you. I'm listen. Y'all know if that was in the street, man, you'd have punched him in his face talking about I ain't gonna get no props from fighting you or beating you or whatever. So we'd have been eating all night long, all over the place, eat, and we'd have punched him, broke their hands, punched him in the face, right? But they said, hold on, no dog. Let me tell you something, man. Y'all keep underestimating me. I'm paraphrasing, of course. Y'all keep underestimating me, man. Y'all kept talking about I can't win. I couldn't go out on my own, right? Y'all said I couldn't win. I couldn't win a belt by myself. Done that. Now let me tell you something. Whoever I'm choosing, whether it's you, whether it's Cody, I'm going in there at the main eventer, right? As I won the Royal Rumble, but I'm leaving that thing with a belt. Yeet. Took off, right? So, we're gonna go into that a little later. I think he's gonna I'm gonna tell y'all who I think he's gonna pick. Uh so then we get into action. We got our first match. We got I believe we got Penta coming out fighting Ludwig Kaiser after he came out talking about put some respect on his name. And Gunther excuse me, Ludwig Kaiser and Penta, they had their little match. I don't know what's going on with Ludwig Kaiser, but he about to be lost. Realist, what's going on? Right? Yeah. So Ludwig goes in there, he doing his little thing real quick. But Penta, he Penta, he's surprisingly agile and quick for his size, right? You know, most people that size 190, they're not luchadors, they're not acrobats, they're not things of that nature. But he came back, put him in the Penta driver and finished him off. So Penta will go ahead and win the match. Uh, you know, I believe the next match is well, wait a minute, because we got Rhea. I just remember Rhea came, Charlotte coming out there talking her talk. Uh, she glad to be back and all of that. Rhea coming out there like, yo, I don't know who. Like I said, I'm paraphrasing, but I don't know who you gonna pick. But I'm gonna beat some respect into you. They've been beefing for the past few years. You know. Word, what up though? I ain't even see you. My bad. So Rhea and Charlotte, they've been beefing for a little minute. So she's like, yo, I'm a beat some respect into you. You know what I'm saying? So that was that segment, and then we start talking about we're gonna start talking about people coming in, for the chamber match, elimination chamber. So the lady started that off tonight by having Io Sky and Io and Liv. Yeah, Io and Liv, right? So yeah, we ain't gonna talk about I don't even want I'm missing the match, but don't worry about it. So Io and old girl start beef, they start the match off, Liv, they going back and forth, you know, Io with the uppercuts with the little pinky finger type thing. Right, and Liv doing what she do. Then all of a sudden Raquel gets in the match and she interfering, and then Rhea comes back out after they got, they tried to start something in the back and they brought it outside. So, once they started that, Rhea comes out, interferes in the match. So, Liv went by disqualification, and now she's one of the participants in the women's uh, elimination chamber match. So she's one of them, right? But before that, we had the newest New Day thing. They finally figured out they ain't getting no respect, so they bad. They fight Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio. Uh, excuse me. The New Day, they getting involved. Logan Paul, I guess he got some beef with the Luchadors. He comes out, he gets in people's head. Kofi hits the Trouble in Paradise, and the New Day win off of that. Uh, Finally, we get to Seth Rollins comes out. He trying to hype Sammy out. before his match with Punk tonight. I got you this, that, and the third. Uh, so here comes after Seth leaves, Punk comes out. Uh, Seth snuffs him real quick. Seth snuffs him real quick. Uh, then they get into the match. This was a pretty good match. Surprisingly, this was a good match as I wasn't really expecting Sammy to perform this well, right? And Seth was getting his advantages. Seth had him on the ropes real quick, with the whatever that kick, the kick in the face, and things of that nature. So he goes for the kick again. Punk catches him, uh, puts him to go to sleep, you know, and then Punk gets the victory, right? So Punk is now one of the participants in the elimination chamber. Side note on that, because it's being speculated that John Cena may enter the elimination chamber without a match, right? Triple H is on record saying that Cena don't have to, if he wants to enter the elimination chamber, he earned that. He earned that, I guess, with the the Royal Rumble plus the career that he's had. So, uh, so Cena may be in the elimination chamber, but we know for sure that Punk is going to the elimination chamber next on March 1st, right? So as they end in the show, Punk like, yo, even though he dogged him, told him you ain't on my level, all that, Punk tried to show some, try to show him some appreciation. Kevin Owens came in, whooped on this dude. He whooped on Sami Zayn, and he put him in the little package power driver, put him down real quick, and then you know the show ends on that note. So that was the gist of Raw tonight. But I'ma just go ahead and put my guesses in now, right? Uh, I believe Cody's going through something, right? And as he goes through whatever he's going through, he's about to become a bad guy, right? I think he's gonna become bad. I think yes, sir. Sammy and Kevin Owens is gonna be beefing again. I don't even know why after Saturday night, Sammy was the only one that came through for him. But it just goes to show you sometimes doing the right thing and being the nice guy, you're gonna get punished for doing the right thing and being nice, right? But I think Cody's Cody's gonna go through a dilemma. I don't think he feels he's getting the respect that he's warranted. And plus that match with Kevin Owens, as brutal as that was, obviously we see Kevin Owens is made out of he's a robot. 'Cause the way he went through that ladder at the end of that match, we thought he was out. Like we thought he got put to sleep with a ladder. But obviously he made it through. So we're glad to see Kevin Owens back in action. Excuse me, but Cody was looking real vicious right there. Like he was like angry, want to be a villain type dude. And I think that's going to carry on for a little bit. And then I think Jay Uso's going to fight him. And I believe that Jay Uso's going to beat Cody Rhodes for the belt at WrestleMania. I like Gunther can say whatever he wants, but I think he's not going to pick till like maybe after the elimination chamber, and I think Cody's going to be changing in the meantime. So I think Cody is going to be the one that Jay going to fight, and they also said that the whoever wins the elimination chamber wins wins the opportunity of fighting the person that Jay does not fight, or who Charlotte doesn't fight for the women. It's the same attribute. But now that I'm looking at it, right, I can see. Well, also tonight we find out that Roman Reigns is going to be. He's not going to be in action for a while as he's out indefinitely. So uh, we don't know that there's no real update. But if you saw, it's hard. It's hard to suggest what really happened because, like I said, the way he got stomped Saturday night. If you didn't see it, you need to see that replay because that was like he Seth was 10 toes down on the stage, put his face in that mat, and then for good measurement, he added a stomp to the steel steps. So we don't know if that's it or if he needs some time off, whatever it is. But he's inactive. Him and Solo, they disappearing. I don't know. They might be planning something. Who knows? Solo need to find himself in some good graces. But we starting to see now tonight that there's gonna be some rivalries. That's we see the rivalries brewing. We see the fact that Punk and Seth, even after the Rumble, they're gonna go at it, right? They still mad at each other. Roman is being out, so they're gonna run that rivalry maybe till WrestleMania, maybe even after WrestleMania. I don't know, but we see that's getting ready to happen. Uh, we see that the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn thing is getting ready to brew back up. That's why I told you guys, like, we're gonna see everything that's going to occur, the rivalries, the beefs, the storylines, immediately after the Rumble. And now we starting to see it on the Raw side, right? We already got 2 matches. We ain't even get to see Drew McIntyre. We didn't get to see uh 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 well, Braun and AJ it looks like it's going to be a storyline after finding out that AJ Styles is moving to Raw, and they had a back and forth immediately on site verbally. So that may be the next test for Braun Breaker, as he may be going up against AJ Styles, maybe in the Elimination Chamber. Because you know how they got to make that a 3 hour show, and it's not just going to be 2 matches in the Elimination Chamber. So we got to look out for that as well. So, like I said, we starting to see some things grew up. I'm not even talking about the little Chad Gables and the Karrion Kross scenario because we understand that Karrion Kross is trying to get into Sami Zayn's mind. We see all of these things. So we like even in the tag thing, right? We see that there's no real situation on the Raw side. Uh, they have to figure that out. They have to figure out the Lala Lacuria situation as they going forward. She needs a rival, but I guess they wanted to focus on the elimination chamber at least for both sides. We know that Finn Balor's gonna have a match. I don't remember who it was with to enter the chamber, but I'm gonna say this: we may see we may expect a different scenario as uh there may be some new people entering the elimination chamber, right? We already know Punk is there. We know Finn Balor's going to fight in there. Uh, we're gonna get some more changes as far as new adjustments into Raw. Friday night, we'll probably find out who's the newest edition of SmackDown. Uh, but even over there, we're gonna see. I think they're gonna have a Damian Priest, Jacob Fatu little rivalry for a hot minute. Uh, it's like I said, this is as realists always say. This is the reason why. Uh, this is why this is the most important time for the WWE. And like I said, after the Rumble, they let you know that that's why they're on they're number one as far as wrestling companies, right? You know, no disrespect to AEW, uh, TNA, but that show Saturday night was something that was awesome. It was an awesome show. You know, I'm still upset. I don't think that Raw is doing enough to showcase everybody, right? Because they don't know if they want to have it 3 hours one week, 2 hours the next week, 2.5 hours the week after that. They're being inconsistent with their their timing and their bouts, right? When you go to SmackDown, you see SmackDown, is straight 3 hours, in the middle of the show, they add a match to it, you know. It's just different ways it's being ran. I don't know who's running Raw and SmackDown. I don't know if it looks like it's two different people, but you can see the consistency in SmackDown, and it ain't like it's the big names on SmackDown, right? We see, lately it's been Jacob and you know L.A. Knight, and now Priest is in the picture with Tonga Loa. They tagging up, right? We seeing the tag matches over there get ready to step up, as we saw an appearance from the Street Profits uh, at the Rumble. Helping DIY uh, retain the belts out of it with that 2 out of 3 match, which was to me the low light of the entire pay per view. Well, not pay per view, the 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 Royal Rumble, right? So yeah, we getting excited. We getting adjusted into what's going on with both Raw and SmackDown. Tomorrow's NXT. Uh, we get to find out how they get ready to set things up. As they had a couple of participants in both the men's and women Royal Rumble. Well, for the ladies, I think all of the participants from NXT did a great job. What's her name? Roxanne Perez, Lash Legend. They had a great performance. They lasted for a good amount of time. They don't have a reason to hang put their heads down. They are working their way to the main roster, and it was evident in the Royal Rumble. So now the TNA situation with I think Jordan Grace has been signed over to WWE. So we're gonna have to wait and see which brand she's gonna be on. Was it gonna be on Raw or SmackDown? You know, uh, like I said, the Rumble revealed a lot, and now we're seeing some new players coming to the game. We ain't besides for the women, Nikki Bella and Trish. Uh, we ain't gonna worry about them, but for the rest of them women, it's all gonna be divvied up, and we're gonna see who's gonna do what on which brand. So we have a lot to look forward to it. They only had the little match today for elimination chamber for the ladies, but still in all, as we get closer and closer to the chamber, right? We're gonna see some more from both sides, the men and the women, to determine who's gonna get there and all of that. And it's they're doing a great job, right? We understand that it's hard to decide who's going to get in these matches and things like that, but the matches are actually putting on great shows, right? Uh, even well, besides, well, Ludwig Kaiser about to go through a drought, so not including him. But for the most part, Sami Zayn, he's in a slump, but he's performing well, right? He's pushing people to the limits, and so you know he just gonna have to figure out ways to win, right? So, and it's even the Judgment Day guys. Well, we know JD McDonough, he's out for a couple months because of what happened on last Monday. So this is Finn Balor's opportunity to get himself into some type of relevancy. He worrying about what's the boy name? Dirty Dom doing. Now he got an opportunity to get into this elimination chamber and show what he got. So hopefully he do what he need to do in order to make himself relevant. But we'll find out shortly as we're marching on to WrestleMania. But of course, the elimination chambers before that. So we're gonna see how that goes. We're waiting for Friday night SmackDown to see who the participants going to be on the uh, SmackDown aspect of it because we don't know because of there's no decision between Jay and Charlotte yet. They have to prepare them, so it's probably going to be two from Raw and two from SmackDown. And for the men, John Cena is going to be the neutral person, I guess, because I'm pretty sure isn't it is it 4 or 5 that starts? I believe it's 5 that's in the elimination chamber. But for the women, I don't know. You know, who they gonna have over there. You know, they may have Bianca over there fighting for Elimination Chamber. Bailey might have a match. Uh, they may even put Meech in a match with somebody like Naya. You know, things of that nature. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they do this going forward. But that's the idea for that's the way it's looking going towards the elimination chamber. I'm excited about it. Like I said, when you have the 3 events that's coming up, well, the two events that's coming plus the Rumble that just passed, the expectations are going to be high, right? And we just don't know what surprises we have. You know, everybody's going to speculate. Rock is coming back. He might enter the Royal Rumble to fight Cena and get his place in there and it's so many different ways to look at this going forward, right? So we all on. I think Jade is going. I think Jade gonna pop up and make them lose the belt. Uh, we're gonna just like you see how the Street Profits just did that on the Royal Rumble. I think Jade gonna do the same thing. She probably just gonna snuff one of the us. Everybody think it's Naomi. I'm not sure if it's Naomi, but we're gonna see. But I think she'll pop up within the next. She'll pop up before WrestleMania, or she may pop up at WrestleMania. One or the other, right? Because I think if Bianca wins the Elimination Chamber, she may make she may make Bianca lose the belt at WrestleMania. I mean, lose her shot at becoming champ at the WrestleMania. So it, like this man, listen, the excitement, the anxiety of trying to figure this out it's so different and awesome, right? So uh yeah, we're gonna have to play it week by week. Excuse me, we got another 3 weeks before March 1st hits, right? Wait, 28 days in February, right? Yeah. So 1, 8, 15, 22. Yeah, we're gonna be before you know it, Elimination Chamber is gonna be right there. Uh yeah, so that's the thing that we have to look forward to as far as the Elimination Chamber. We're now working with 6 days away from the Super Bowl. We know that both teams have made it to New Orleans. You know, they had press conferences all day today. They probably had the interviews for the players tomorrow, but this is the last game of the season, and this is for all the marbles. Everybody probably banged up. They hurt themselves, but this is it. I know people's gonna be playing, trying to get in there with concussions and just to say I'm a champion. So good luck to both teams. Uh, We'll see. We'll figure out, will the Chiefs three-peat Sunday, or will Philly be flying high with a victory at the Super Bowl? Now, in the NBA, we found out that we was live when we found out that Luka Doncic was traded to the Lakers for Anthony Davis. They both have made statements showing appreciation to the respective cities that they played for, and now they're ready to go forward. Right, even though Anthony Davis has a strain in a muscle strain in the abs, and Luka Doncic is having problems with his calf. But they're both in their respective cities, their new cities now in LA and Dallas. We hope they heal up soon. I know a lot of people are saying that the trade for the Mavericks is looking real good, but we all know it takes time to adjust to a new scene and things like that. So this may be a great time for the trade because they're on. Well, in 2 weeks is All Star break, so that may help them with the practices and things like that. But for both players to get adjusted with their newly acquired team, and the fact that the trading deadline is Thursday, it's speculation that the Lakers are still making trades. We still have to find out what's going on with Jimmy Butler. Where is he going? He already told the Golden State Warriors, I'm not signing with y'all if y'all trade me. So don't even waste your time. It's a lot of things that's going on, but we see the power play, at 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 hand, right? Because Pat Riley telling people, "Yo, we got to get it. We got to get our power back. Just because they're getting paid, they can't dictate to us where they're going and this, that, and the third." So this is a power play in this situation, right? And then people are even saying because of these situations, they're going to find a way to try to get not guarantee all these contracts anymore. So we gotta pay attention to the actions of management and how the players are going to respond. Because if that changes in the CBA, you're going to see a lot of people upset, right? Now we also found out in the Luka Doncic trade that he unlost $116 million, right? Because he was traded. He was supposed to be he was supposed to be signing for $345 million as a max contract in Dallas, but because he got traded to the Lakers, now he could only make 200 and what was it, 221, I believe. That's the max he can get from the Lakers. I mean, we saying it like it's chump change, but hey, I said 345 and 221, so that's what I mean. And then if you look at it, ain't no state taxes in Dallas, and you got like 40% taxes, whether it's federally and state in California. So it's a lot to lose, but you know, it was a shocking event, and shout out to Word for giving the information, putting us on point as far as the trade occurring, as we was talking about the actual boxing match that was. I forgot who was fighting. That's how breaking news came to the channel, and we had to stop talking about it. But you know, like I said, it's a lot going on. So I will keep you guys updated with any news and information as far as other trades. Like there was a trade, a three-team trade last night. De'Aaron Fox, formerly of the Sacramento Kings, was traded to the Spurs in a three-team trade. Like I said, there's a lot of all stars moving around, but that's what is supposed to happen when you are gearing up for a playoff push, right? Zach Levine was involved with that trade. The Chicago Bulls guard, he was traded to the Sacramento Kings, and the Utah Jazz got a couple players too, but the Kings got a whole bunch of draft picks off of that trade. So we're going to see how these next 3 days are going to end as far as who's going to get traded. Like I said, there's still Jimmy Butler, There's a couple of players, for the Jazz. They think Laura Marketing is going to be traded to a team. You got to look out for the team. They even saying that Alonzo and LaMelo Ball could be on the trading deadline. I mean trading uh, post because their teams are having bad years, right? So we're gonna go through this Thursday. All trades, especially Thursday, that's going to occur. I will have it on the community wall to update you as far as the trade goes. But as far as like I said, sports is moving around, and we're gonna be active with all of it. I don't care what it is. I don't, whether it's wrestling, whether it's the NBA. Uh, we know that pitchers and catchers are getting ready to start in Major League Baseball. Uh, you know, you know, Mr. 33 is gonna be involved with it, and whatever information comes to the Channel 9 studios, we're gonna update you with it. We're gonna show love. We're gonna give it all, right? Uh, WNBA, whatever it is, as the women are making trades and things like that, right? I'll update you with all of those too. Why? Because it's a sport, and we appreciate all sports, whether you know, it doesn't matter. We're gonna appreciate all the sports that occur. Uh, we even spoke about tennis, as the Australian Open ended. We spoke about Madison Keys winning her first major title, right? We're gonna have all of those conversations, right? Because it's a sport, and here we value all sports. Whatever's going, whatever sport that's going to entertain us and keep us conversating, we are going to have those conversations. We can debate it. We're gonna leave the debates right here, and that's just it, right? So that's the beauty of the channel. We can have the conversation. We can agree to disagree and move forward. If we think LeBron James is going to be traded, where should he go? If you think Steph Curry is going to be traded, where should he go? Right? All of these conversations can be had, right? And that's why I truly truly love these conversations. I truly love the aspect of sports. And like I said, we're doing this for straight entertainment purposes. We also trying to we starting to look into the fantasy draft aspects for the NFL for the upcoming year. You know, and after the basketball season, we may even do that for the basketball season. The 2025-26 basketball season. We're gonna do it all here, right? We're in process of improving things, and the fact that you guys are still here with me is it's a blessing, right? Because when you guys add value to the conversation, you make the show and the content better. So I truly appreciate you guys coming through. But with that being said, we will be back, Saturday. Excuse me, Friday night as SmackDown. We'll have our weekly Wrestling Friday to talk about the events of SmackDown and anything that occurred in between. We will take a look at NXT if something occurs. We as much as I don't think AEW is gonna excite people. I'll take a glance at that to see what's going on there, and if we talk about it, and if you agree that you saw it and you want to have that conversation, we'll have that conversation too. We're not trying to leave any uh we're not trying to leave anything unturned, but we know for the most part the major brands is what everybody wants to have the conversation with. That's cool, but I'd rather be prepared with all of the information than unprepared with some of it. So I appreciate everybody stopping by tonight. Uh, we see you guys Friday from the Channel 9 studio. It's Mr. 33, and he's signing off tonight.